1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See all these covering the windows? Devil's in the detail. I'm gonna show you guys how to get an estimate and not beat yourself. When we get back in this truck, I'm gonna tell you what to look for. All right, lawn season's back started, and if you're trying to get some money, you in the right place. So we're gonna get out here today. I'm gonna show you which customers I try to pick to make my business profitable. You want to be able to support your family, be able to take care of your family. So in this video today, we're gonna get out here. We're gonna go to one of these properties. I'm gonna do an estimate, and I'm gonna show you why I try to choose these type of clients and how to set it up to get these type of clients on your schedule. All right, so when doing an estimate, one thing I like to do is make sure, this is gonna be number one, I try to keep all the estimates close within my home. So if somebody gets an estimate, they give a call, first thing I do, I try to make sure they're within like 5 minutes of my house, because I'm trying to build my route really close to my residence. That way my travel time is down to 0. So that's one thing. I try to make sure the residence is close to my residence. That way my travel time isn't far. So you can't do a lot of this at the beginning. This is something I've been trying to do over time, is build your route right. So it's one thing, you want to make them have them close to you. I really want to have a schedule, man, where I maybe got like 50 clients that's right there within 5 minutes. 0 travel time means you're saving more money. Also means you're getting done quicker, you're getting back to the house quicker. It's all about being efficient. So 0 drive time is one thing. Number two, another reason I will take a client on. I get on Google Earth. Once I get these estimates, I get on Google Earth and I look and see what the residence looks like. Also, when they text me, I'm hoping when they text me, they say, we want to get weekly yard maintenance. We also got some bushes we need trimmed, maybe some landscaping. That right there is going to tell you, you can convert them to maybe a year-round client, or you're going to have way more work than just mowing. You don't want just the one mowing income. You want to try to make sure you got 2 or 3 incomes. Like right now, I need my haircut. Your haircut costs money. Had to drop my daughter off to school. Every day traveling costs money because she goes to school across town. So when it's nothing personal with people, you just got to do, this is business. So I want to make sure that I got the route close to me. I want to make sure that whenever they hit me up, that they're talking about just mow than mowing. Now I will take on a client that's just a mowing client, but it takes a while, and I'll try to make them weekly. Try to get away from the 2 weeks if you can. If not, make it where the 2 weeks makes sense. We just got through raining. The weather hadn't got to doing what it do yet, but once it does like this, and say it gets to raining, you want to be able to take that in consideration on some of your yards. You got some of these yards maybe 2 weeks, and it gets outside of that with the rain, and then you're doing double the work, and you're not hitting your hourly rate of what you trying to hit. So that'll go on to number 3. Number 3, try to hit your hourly rate. You want to try to hit the hourly rate, nor what you're trying to make an hour. So that's one way that you need to start. You need to reverse engineer from that. When I leave the house, I'm trying to do bam an hour. I need to schedule bam this and that to get your numbers. So when people say $100 an hour, a lot of people think it's hard to get, but it's really not hard to get. If you can get the route schedule right, and if you can get your pricing right. You may have 2 yards, let's just say they're 15 minutes apart. You're charging a minimum of 50 on each yard. You get done with the first yard in 25 minutes. Takes you 15 minutes to get to the other one. Then you get done with that one in maybe 25 minutes. So you got about, let's see, 25 and 25 is gonna make 50 minutes with another 15. That puts you about 65 minutes. If you're charging 50 a piece, that's almost your 100 an hour right there. So you have to reverse engineer your numbers, and you have to know what you want to make an hour. You have to know that. If you don't know that, you're not going to be running your numbers right. You're not going to be running the business right. And you're just going out there every day, just going. So let's just say we're gonna do the difference in a guy who's charging $30, and it all depends on area too, guys. So let's just say we got a guy, he's got 2 yards at $30 a piece, and he's having to travel, and we put the same scenario in there, 65. It's getting done in 65 minutes. You got one guy doing 100, you got one guy who just did 60. Now they got it at that 60. Take out the variable cost on him. He's probably coming home with 50, 40. The guy who hit the 100, take out his variable cost. Now he's coming home with 90, 80, 90 or 80 bucks. You see what I'm saying? So that's the third thing. You want to make sure that you know your hourly rate. Know that before you go out the door. Number 4, ask the customer what happened to the last guy that was doing the maintenance on their property. This was one question that I didn't used to ask that I've started asking a lot lately. It's going to help you navigate how to handle this customer, how to get this customer scheduled. It's going to help you. I had somebody call me not too long ago. They told me the old guy had passed away. Okay, it just lets me know he needs service because his last guy ended up passing. The older guy was handling the yard. Had somebody else call me. They wanted service because their guy had reached retirement. He was done. And so just ask these questions. Ask what went on with the last guy. Ask how did they pay the last guy? Ask what type of schedule did the last guy have them on? These are not questions that you're infringing on somebody's rights. These are questions you need to ask to make sure that this customer is a fit for your schedule. This is how you want to choose customers, guys. So we're going to get over here. We're going to look at this property. I'm going to walk the property. I'm going to tell you some of the things I look for when I'm walking a property and kind of give you an idea of how to go, how to get things scheduled. And this property is actually, like I say, it's within maybe 4 miles of where I live at. So I'm like really close to this property, really close. So, but we'll walk this property. I'll show you what to look for. We're going to show you how to lock in the right client. It's going to be a profitable client to help you where your business is moving forward instead of backwards. We're all going to have tough times in business, but you want to try to do as much as you can to keep forbidding yourself to make these bad decisions on some of these clients. So let's get over here to this property. We're going to take a look at it and show you what we look for. All right, so we just pulled up at this property, and first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you red flags. Red flags with a property that you run up on. In this neighborhood right here where we're at, I'll show you, every house pretty much looks maintained right now. So you see what we got going on. Everything looks maintained except for this one right here. And what we got over here, we got some stuff right there that's gonna need trim right here. All this. Main thing, these bushes are gonna have to be trimmed. So this is stuff you want to look at when you do an estimate. Pay attention to all the bricks right here. This is landscape that you need to pay attention to. Look at the size of these bushes. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See all these covering the windows? You're gonna have to cut these back also. So these are things you want to look for when you do an estimate. Try to make it as profitable as you can. And like I say, pay attention to the neighborhood. Everything's pretty much maintenance except for this home. So this is going to be a red flag for you. Now you still want to get out and do an estimate, but when we get back in this truck, I'm going to tell you what to look for. Sometimes you'll get these calls about these homes, and you may get a guy in the area who's trying to actually just steal your price. So you got to watch out for that too. Pay attention. Let's get around the other side of this house. See all this right here? It's going to tell you a lot. It's going to tell you a lot, guys. I'm telling you. Pay attention to all this little stuff. The devil's in the details. See this? See all this? Devil's in the detail. I'm going to show you guys how to get an estimate and not beat yourself. So we get back in this truck and get bitchy in just a second. All right, so literally as I'm walking back to the truck, I had a guy pull up, and I told you watch out for certain red flags. This guy told me, he said they only got their yard cut a couple times last year, and he said it looked a mess. So we're gonna get back in this truck and we're gonna give y'all an update just 1 second. My audio might be a little lower a while ago, man. I gotta have the mic off, but like I say, this is how you want to do an estimate, man. Don't beat yourself. Don't be out here just trying to get the books filled up and you don't end up profitable. You end up suffering. You end up being overworked and underpaid. So if this video helps you and you like videos like this, I have a bunch of more, man. If you want to make your business profitable, you want to stop from bumping your head, you want to get your numbers right, try to land the right properties, right jobs, man. Follow me, subscribe. All season long is what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to stop people from bumping their heads in business. If this video helps, hit a thumbs up. I'll catch you in the next.